Hi, it's Patty, and I'm doing your reading as requested. Thank you so much for your interest in my work. And you had asked whether or not you and this other guy were soulmates. Okay, you want to know if he was actually your twin flame. Actually, that's the question that you asked. So um, I did some work here, and you're a Libra and he is Aries, but he has a cusp of Pisces. So he's a little bit on the emotional side, maybe more than most guys would be, or most Aries would be. Aries males, okay. Um, and that's good, you know. That means that he has a feminine side, right? And you are a Libra, and you are uh, you could have some of the qualities of the sign right before you, which would be Virgo. So that is balanced, fair, and open, spiritual. Okay, okay. So anyway, this year, 2018, is a master year, and I'm just starting to learn about this twin flame karmic situations, all of that. I'm just starting to barely learn about it. So I thank you for the opportunity to see um, how this kind of a reading goes. So, see, and they say when the student is ready, the teacher will come. So, thank you, teacher. So, I'm looking this master year, which is 2018. Um, it adds up to 11, and 11 is like 11, 22, 33, 44. These are numbers that don't get reduced as numerology. You add up all the numbers and you reduce it until you come to one final number, culmination, the sum of all the numbers, right? Some people do names, some people do birthdays. It just depends. I do it as I'm led. For you all, I just used your numbers, your birth, date information. So this is an 11 year, and the buzz is that people who are twin flames are going to be finding one another in this time, and throughout this 2018 year, and a lot of people are going to be finding their twin flames. They'll be ending karmic relationships. The difference between a karmic relationship and a twin flame is that, okay, we are spiritual beings living a human experience. Everybody is. Now you have soulmates. Soulmates could be anybody. Soulmates could be your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your employer, people you work with, the bartender, whatever. Just people who come into your life. You have some type of contract that you may have set up on the other side, because we all have assignments from before we get here, okay? Before we enter into this dimension, which they call the third dimension, okay? And Ifa is the same concept. You pick your head, meaning this is who you want to be, and this is the family that you're going to end up in, okay? So it's the same type of a concept in Yoruba. So you picked, we all pick our, we sign our contracts. And in our contracts, different characters we come across for different reasons, right? And so you may have significant relationships with these people or passing relationships, but it doesn't matter. It was what you all agreed to beforehand, and it was for a lesson for you, no lesson for them, or something. You were a player in their play, and they are a player in yours. Okay, so then you have karmic relationships, which would be another form of a soulmate. But at this point, these people are more significant. They last longer amounts of time, and they're usually love relationships. And you learn a lot of lessons. Some lessons are harder than other lessons, but this is to get you ready for your twin flame relationship. So, you may have a karmic relationship that lasts a year or two. It could last a lifetime. It could last 20 years. It could last 35 years, whatever. But at some point, if you are destined to be in a twin flame relationship, and this is just my understanding from what I've been learning, okay, so this is how I surmise it, that at some point, the karmic relationship will end. And it doesn't have to end ugly, but it doesn't have to end beautifully either. But whatever way it does, it comes to an end. And at that point, you make contact with your twin flame. So you know, some people may never get to their twin flame because of whatever reasons, but you're going to go through a cycle again to meet up with them eventually. So this relationship has been going on for a while. See, over time, over centuries. So you may have had a lot of different karmic relationships in your previous embodiments here in the human realm, but you haven't made union with the twin flame. You've been passing in the night. Or you may have connected, but not long enough. But you know each other from past lifetimes, definitely. And so therefore, when you get at this point now, for some reason, this is the year when everybody who's around and is walking the earth, who is part of this twin flame union time, this is their time to manifest. They're going to be revealing themselves, not only to one another, but to the world. That's what I've gathered. Now, there's something that has to do with 144,000, and I don't know what. I haven't gotten into all of that because that kind of takes me somewhere else. And maybe someone can answer my question for me, because if they're calling for 144,000 couples or, you know, total people who are these twin flames, I'm not worrying about, you know, the other part of what happens to everybody else. But my question is, the Jehovah's Witnesses have 144,000 as a special number for their, you know, that will be lifted into heaven. And I guess all of this is in the scripture somewhere that I haven't familiarized myself with, but I guess I should, right? And then I'll get my answer maybe. But I do have a copy of the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures, which is the Jehovah's Witness Bible, is their scriptures. So maybe I'll find it somewhere in there. I just thought about it just at this moment, so I'll check it out some other time. But that just leaves me the question, like, is there a connection there? You know, are you only going to be one of these twin flames if you're a Jehovah's Witness? And does everybody else know that? Because then we could just stop wasting our time if you're not a Jehovah's Witness, right? I'm just asking. Maybe somebody else has asked this question. Maybe somebody who's a scholar in this matter will be able to let me know. I don't know, but I just want to know. Is there some kind of connection, or is it just happens to be a coincidence? Anyhow, off the topic, right? Let's get back to you. But that's what I understand so far about it. So I decided that I was going to take this opportunity, since that was your question, to see if we could see. So, like I said, first I worked with your years. Now you are the Libra, female, and your numbers add up to 8. Okay? And using, see, I tried to be organized and have everything laid out. I did. Using the numerology guidance cards, okay, I looked at your number 8, and 8 is manifestation. Okay, so this means that you have the ability to create. You have the ability to make things happen. What you believe, you can receive, and you can build it, and you can create it just by the power of your imagination and your mind and your beliefs. 8 is also the number of divinity, right? And infinity. So this is a spiritual number. And that's you. Now, going back by the book's definition, let's see what they say. 8, manifestation, okay? This card indicates a need to acknowledge the power of your mind and your ability to manifest your desires. You're being urged to familiarize yourself with the law of attraction and clarify your wants and needs. For you have entered a powerful cycle of unique divine manifestation. Provided that your dreams are for the greater good, as well as the intentions of your soul, the universe will assist you in making them come true. Sounds like you might be on the right track. The next card we got up with here was, I came up with the number 3 for him. All right. He, based on his birth information, and his card was creativity. And it's a 3. And 3 is a Trinity, right? Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So that's divinity also. That's it. And that's creativity because, well, that's the creator, right? Number 3 in the book. I'm having a little bit of a time here because I have on my computer glasses, and this is reading. Okay, so let's see here. This card indicates a need to reconnect with your creative side to improve your quality of life and align yourself with Source. Aligning yourself with Source. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to step out of your practical, logical mind and the seriousness of life in order to partake in lighthearted endeavors that are stimulating and fun. Playful, creative expression is important because it raises your vibration, which brings you closer to your dreams. Okay, this is a time to immerse yourself in any creative endeavor that lifts your spirits and makes you feel good. It might take the form of playing musical instruments, of painting, writing, cooking, jewelry making, decorating, sewing, photography, landscaping, dancing, or designing. It doesn't matter what it is as long as it brings you joy. Through playful creative expression, you can heal disharmony in your body and disharmony in your life. Through playful creative expression, I make my dreams come true. So this is for your friend. Okay. That's pretty beautiful. So, both of you. Manifestation, creativity. Now those two numbers together add up to 11. So, this is an 11 year, and 8 and 3, 9, 10, 11 adds up to 11. Looks good. All right, so now, next numbers, 11. Individuality. Does that put a kibosh on it? Maybe not. Look at that. That's that red, that deep red. Okay, that red and that pink and that purple. Looks like love to me. Looks like the possibility of a love, right? That deep red. One of the chakras, right? Which one of the chakras are red? Red violet is the ear chakra, above the physical ears, inside of the head. Clairaudience. Okay. So this, right? Here. Inside of your head, your mind. Cool. Manifestation, right? Because that's how you use your mind to bring things into fruition, right? Still creativity and individuality. Yourself, your ego, who you are. Let's see what 11 is. I already know it's a master year. So what does 11 mean? Individuality. This card indicates a need to embrace your individuality and be your true, authentic self. Rather than follow the crowd, you've been guided to break away from the pack and take the road less traveled. Instead of feeling like you're a square peg in a round hole, you're being encouraged to build your own square hole. Your own square hole. By drawing this card, you are being called upon to step up to the plate and celebrate your uniqueness. At this time, you must have the courage to speak your truth and march to the beat of your own drum despite the opinions of those around you. What others think of you isn't your business anyway, and it's impossible to please everybody, so you must focus on pleasing yourself. As you honor your individuality and feelings, you will reclaim your personal power and enhance your connection to Source. When you do this, you can make your dreams come true. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to embrace your individuality as you step into the power of your true, authentic self. You must improve your relationships with others and your overall quality of life. So, I think, again, that this is saying that you all can stand out from the crowd together and apart. But as a couple, because the 8 and 3 is what makes you 11, if you were together, I think you would be at least a karmic relationship at this point. But very well maybe a twin flame relationship based on my limited knowledge and expertise. But we're going to look a little further into this, okay? So, when there was a 20-year difference between the time when you first met and the second time you met. So you met 20 years ago, and then you met again recently, and this is now how you're feeling. And it seems like you've always felt like this, right? Now there's no 20 in the numerology guidebook. So, okay. So I decided then to subtract the number 11 from the 20, because you all were living individual lives during those 20 years. That's my logic, right? And what I got was a 4. Now, in the regular tarot, 4 is the foundation. All right, stability. What makes you who you are. In numerology, 4 is perseverance. So, to me, perseverance and a foundation means that this was something that you all were working for, that all the time that you spent apart was for a reason, for you all to become who you are and then be drawn back together somehow. Okay, so that's what I just got. Now let's see what number 4 is saying. Perseverance. This card indicates a time to keep moving forward as you strive to achieve your hopes and dreams, because despite your current challenges, success is well within your reach. You are never given more than you can handle, and you have the strength and ability to make it through. To face your challenges head on with determination, courage, and faith. With perseverance and persistence, you can make your dreams come true. You're being encouraged to cultivate mental resilience and stability, since a calm and stable mind creates a calm and stable life. Make yourself aware of the negative thoughts and beliefs that are currently influencing you, and muster up the strength to develop a positive state of mind. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythms and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to persevere through your obstacles and challenges. Call on heavenly assistance when you need it, and have faith in your ability to create an exceptional life. So it seems to me it's saying that you have to keep on. You have to follow this through with this relationship and see where it goes. Well, you were together, he was your first love, and then you reconnected 20 years later. Let's see what else we can find out. Now, the inner child cards, which are the cards that I use to do the general energies for this year 2018. For Libra, we got the Midas touch. And for Aries, we got the Emperor's new clothes. Now, the Midas touch, again, that's about manifestation, right? But it also is talking about caution. Be careful of what you ask for. Be careful what you wish for. That's the truth. That's what the Midas touch is about, basically. And the Emperor's new clothes is things may not appear to be what they seem, right? Now, didn't that just confuse the entire conversation? Perhaps, perhaps not. Those are the qualities of people born under that sign, right? That's what it's talking about. But Midas did manifest what he asked for, all right? They asked what did he want, and he told what he said what he wanted, and then everything turned to gold. He got more than he bargained for, but he had an intention, and he was true to himself, right? He knew who he was, and he knew what he wanted, and so he asked for what he wanted. But like it says, be careful what you wish for. Emperor's new clothes. Somebody may not be all that they're cracked up to be, or they may have a bigger opinion of themselves than they actually are entitled to. So he may not be the easiest person, because you did say it's a very difficult being with him. So you wanted to know. See, now this is where we get to karmic, right? Because this is how you feel. This is how you would feel with a karmic, because they just drive you crazy, and it may be even an oppressive relationship, I don't know, but sometimes that's how it seems. Not to say that if you're not with a twin flame, it won't be some rough times, but karmic relationships are really like, it's a lot. If it's negative, if it's a negative karmic relationship, it can be a lot. Like I said, some karmic relationships are good, they're just lessons, They may end sadly, but they might not. They may end up nicely. But because you're saying that being with him is bad, not that there are circumstances that drove you apart per se, but more like, I'm getting it, is his personality or the things that he's into that may not be for your best interest. Oh, wow. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do a regular love spread for you with the Romance Angel Oracle cards, right? And then we're going to, instead of using the Conscious Spirit Oracle cards that I usually use to clarify as an oracle between the Romance Angel Oracle, because I'm going to put 5 here for you and 5 for him, and I'm going to use another 5, and instead of using the Conscious Spirit Oracle, I'm going to use this new deck I have, which is the Akashic Tarot, which is, I just opened that up a few weeks ago, and it's pretty heavy. Alright, so I had already pulled one card from it for you, and I'll show that to you in a second, but let's do this. So this is this. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to pull 5 cards for you, and 5 for him, and then we'll see what we see. Okay. Let's go. All right, thank you. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, let's go. And 5 more cards down here. These 5 are going to be for your friend. All right. Don't need that. That can spool. Make sure it doesn't mess up. We've been known to have computer glitches late. Not even lately. While we do this. All right, so I'm going to keep those here. Okay, 5 more. Okay. Mm-hmm. Three more cards for him. Thank you, Spirit. 3 more cards. Don't worry. The Spirit knows who you are. I already said your names and everything before I cut on the camera and all your date of birth business. But, ooh. Okay. 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 All right, so the bottom of that deck was passion. Bottom of the deck is passion. That's in the upside down. Upside down. But that's, I think, because you broke up with them, right? You cut them off. So that's what this is. Now, this is where this is when I took out the Akashic Tarot. That's when I was led to. This is number 4, because we talked about 4, right? 4 being foundational, perseverance. But 4 is also in the Akashic Tarot about birth, about the beginning of something. Okay? Manifestation, foundation, perseverance, birth. But I'll read that to you when we get to it. Passion in the reverse, and I think that's because you stopped speaking to him right now, so no. You put distance between you. Alright, so let's keep these cards here. 9 and 11. Now, let's start with this part of the reading. Alright, and let me just do this now. The Akashic Tarot. Right, this is a 62 card deck. Let me show you the front of this. And this is by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. Now the Akashic is like where our life records, our birth records are kept in the other dimension. All right, so like the book of your life, all right, the contracts, all right, what is going to occur, you know, what's going to happen for you, what is your life supposed to be, and that is the Akashic scrolls. So this tarot set is based on that concept. Okay, so there records that say what you came here to do and whether you've accomplished your lessons when you've gotten here. All right, the work that you're doing is not only for the uplift of your own soul, but also for those of your family members, your ancestors on the other side. And you sign up to do or volunteer to do or have to do certain tasks. All right, I'm just going to leave these here on top in case they need to come into the conversation. I'm not going to talk about them yet because I don't know how this is going to go. You may not need to refer to anything. Right, so this is going to be how we're going to try this first off. All right, so let's go with what we know already. All right, so your first card for you in the reading was deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, but it was in the reverse. Okay, so this is you, right? And I think that you are sincere about wanting to know this, right? And I think what it's saying to me, beside that, because the next card you got was trust, the situation is calling for you to have faith, but it was in the reverse. I'm getting the feeling that it's telling you that what you believe, what you're thinking, the feelings that you're having about, your suspicions about this are well founded and it's true, but you're not trusting in the process. Okay? You don't trust your partner. You're not having faith. But what you're feeling, you're not fooling yourself. You're not lying to yourself. That's what I'm getting. But it's just that you don't have faith. It's like you do and you don't. It's like you're fighting against yourself, which again could be part of the twin flame thing, because you're fighting against yourself. You want to draw them to you, but at the same time, no. But this is a hard one. Let's see if we can get any enlightenment here. Next card that came up was religious factors. Okay, so maybe this concept is against the way you were raised to believe. This might be the inner conflict that you're having. You don't know what to think, and how could this be? Maybe this is not how you were raised. Or it could be that there may be other circumstances. Maybe there's a racial difference between you and your friend. Maybe there's a cultural or class difference between you and your friend. It could be political persuasions. So it doesn't have to necessarily be religion. Or maybe it is. Maybe he's an atheist, or you're an atheist, or agnostic, Again, it could be your family, the way you were raised. Would he be accepted? Would you be accepted by his people? So there's, could be anything. Could be, is it possible that this is real, like Kharmic and twin flame? You could have been raised in the type of background that this would be taboo. Don't even discuss this. What are you talking about? This is the devil, right? So, and there's a whole bunch of us that have been raised that way. But I think when it comes to the time that you become curious about this, it's because it's meant for you to become curious about this. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. I think the same thing. If this is your calling, you'll get called to look into it. It'll come to your attention somehow. If it's not meant for you, why would they? Why torture people? I think that if you're questioning it, then there's something about this that, like I said, it's either karmic or it is a twin flame. Next card that you got up here was let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So they're just telling you to just relax. It is what it is. It's going to happen. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. The last card was express your love. So maybe you need to let them know that you are at least still interested, you know? Or maybe you could tell him what you've come to understand and believe. You know, the things that you've read, the things that have led you to believe this. Maybe you have to just point it out to him. You know, talk to him about it. I mean, maybe he's thought about it already himself. Or maybe you have discussed this before. But if you haven't, bring it to his attention. Tell him the theory. And then see if he agrees. See if he thinks you're on the right track or if he thinks you're nuts. But it doesn't matter how he reacts to it. The point is you bring it to him and then you plant the seed. And then, because he is a creative person, because he has an emotional side to him, even if he doesn't say anything about it in front of you or give you any indication that he's entertaining it, at least it's there. And, you know, you put it in his thoughts. Or, like I said, maybe he's like, yeah, you know, he might agree. You know, he was thinking the same thing. First card for him, who, like I said, was Aries, says release your ex. The time has come to clean your energy. But it was in reverse. So that's saying to me, he's not ready to let you go. He's either that or unless there's another ex in this picture, no. But the next card he got here was reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. But that's in the reverse. Because that's what you told him. Right? So why wouldn't he believe that? There's no reconciliation. You already told him to kick rocks, right? But he still has romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. That fell right beneath your religious factors. Maybe you're the person who's running away from this relationship more than he. Maybe he's just being himself. Next card that came up in here was flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. But this came in the reverse. And this fell underneath your let go of control issues. Are you jealous of? Are you really overly jealous in this relationship? You don't want him to flirt or talk with other women? So is that what the release your ex is about? Is there somebody else that you want out of the picture? And that's why it's telling you to let go of control issues and let this evolve, unfold naturally. Just tell him you love him. Express your love. Just tell him you love him. Don't try to control it, because you're just going to drive yourself crazy. If that's the case, because that's just what I got when I got that flirt card in reverse, that maybe you're the person that has the, it says let go of control issues over flirt. And I'm just thinking maybe he flirts or maybe he's involved with someone else. And you want him to break up. So this could be a third-party relationship. Maybe this is why this is driving you crazy. And this is why you walked away from him. And again, this could be a karmic relationship for him. Or you could be his karmic relationship. Karmic relationship, you could be it, right? That's what I'm saying. It could be either. Wow. I don't know if there is another relationship, because you didn't get into that part of it. But if there is, now the next card that came up for him was calling in your soulmate. No, give your relationship a chance. See, and they wanted me to say it together. That's why they made me do that. And calling in your soulmate. Both of these cards fell in together on the last position for him. And that fell under your card that said express your love. So I think that maybe we have a winner here. I think that this might be your soulmate. This might be your twin flame. But you have to tell him how you feel, because he's been looking for that person too. And he wishes that you would give this relationship a chance. And maybe it is that he believes that you all are supposed to be together. But maybe it's your jealousy that's causing you all to be apart, darling. I don't know that. I'm sure you'll let me know if I got it wrong. But it says, this card calling in your soulmate is falling right between the two of you. If I take it apart from just being right, next to his give your relationship a chance. Express your love, calling your soulmate, and give your relationship a chance. Maybe you need to express your love. Maybe you're too critical of him sometimes. But I think that you need to give your relationship a chance. I think that that's what it's telling both of you. But you have to look at the way you communicate to one another. All right? It could very well be that he doesn't want you flirting, and that's why it's upside down. But, that's not what I got. I got that it's you that has a problem with him. And he's Aries, so they like to be seen. And he's a Pisces. So he could be in the public eye a little bit, or he could just have a lot of friends. He could be a poet, or a teacher, or a musician. Something like that, creative. But he's loving. He's an emotional kind of person in a way. But he's an Aries, he's a leader. And if he's an attractive person, then people will be drawn to him. And if that's who he is, then that's something you have to, if you want him, the only person you can change is yourself, right? So you're going to have to change the way you let that affect you. Hey, stars have groupies, honey. It's not about the groupies. It's about the commitment that you all make to one another, if that's what it is that's supposed to be. And then you have to trust that. But trust was upside down for you, so you may have some trust issues, doll. And the deception in reverse. No. Maybe you're making him, you're trying to make it seem to him that he's the problem. Maybe he's not the problem again. Maybe it's you. I ain't supposed to say that, right? Because you're my client. But I got to tell it how it comes, baby. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so now we're going to get these Akashic cards here and say what they got to say about these things. And we're going to put this one. That was the one that was the second card would give your relationship a chance to express your love. So we're going to keep this here, calling in your soulmate, right? Now, so far we have foundation. Well, we know passion is upside down because you broke up with him, and calling in your soulmate. Okay, so this could be right. You could be on the right track as far as what this thing is. Let's see, these acacia cards are thicker. All right, so that's good, but I had made it thicker. I had made the stand a little tighter to accommodate the other cards, and now it's too much. Anyway, let's go back with this here. Let's do it like this. Calling in your soulmate. Excuse me, dog. Okay, calling in your soulmate. I'm gonna leave these over here in case you need to refer to them again. Okay. All right. So now the Akashic Tarot, and I will definitely be using the book because they're very different from the regular tarot. Right, so right here I see there are 2 court cards. No, sorry, 2 major arcana cards. And then, okay, cool. The first card we have is 1 of Scrolls. On track. Oh yeah, we're going through every one of these, I think. So let's see. First card was on track. Okay, so Scrolls is records, paper. I guess it would be similar then to Swords, air, right? I believe so. Because communication, Scrolls, communication, right? So air, communication, Swords. 1 of Scrolls, on track. So it's got to be some type of beginning. All right. Taking off the glasses now. Serious time. A man at a train station, looks over his shoulder at the sign that points to other tracks. But he has already looked at his map and made his decision. He lifts his foot to step onto that train. Though travel or a move can be indicated by this card, this meaning is often about choices and directions. You may have been a bit ambivalent about taking a certain track in your life with regard to a project or a relationship, but now it's time to decide. Okay. Even if you're not quite as assured as you'd like to be, the engine is smoking. There's a direction that compels you, so get on board. You will not falter. Whether this card was upright or reversed, imagine yourself stepping back through the stone archway of the station and into the adjacent card. This is the waiting room for your train, where you prepare for the journey. The information there can help you get on track. Take a deep breath and say, I'm back on track. Feel the clarity of that declaration and let the energy fill you. As the state of readiness moves through you, sense just one simple action that will realign you with your purpose. So, if you are willing to get on board, they're telling you to think of an action that would put you all back on track. And that may be to express your love. Could also be stop deceiving yourself over here with the deception and the, like this. Stop deceiving yourself. One of Scrolls. One simple action will realign you with your purpose. Now the next card that came up is the Four of Scrolls. Now we know four is a foundation, right? And fours are perseverance, the Kharmic trench. It looks like work. The Kharmic trench. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be good. Kharmic trench. In a field meant to be planted, a man dirty from his efforts stands knee-deep inside of a long trench. The seeds wait to be planted, yet he continues to dig deeper and deeper. There are other rows plowed and ready for planting, but they are ignored. This card reveals a difficult pattern in your life, a pattern of self-defeating feelings, thoughts, and actions that you brought forward from previous incarnations. You return to this life with the intention of breaking this karmic pattern, but you've gotten pulled into the old thoughts and behaviors. You've been digging yourself deeper into a karmic trench that gets harder and harder to escape. This pattern is not unknown to you. You recognize it in your relationships, in your jobs, and certainly in your beliefs, your behaviors, your responses. It's time to take charge of your karma by altering your inner feelings, your inner ideas and thoughts, and the patterns that cause you to make sabotaging choices. Every time you notice yourself making an old choice that digs you deeper into your karmic trench, you can change your mind and your actions. This will require your conscious effort every step of the way. Without such work, you could go into lifetimes burying yourself in the same old feelings. But with your commitment to making changes every day, you can dig yourself out. Okay, darling. That fell right here between trust and reconciliation and next to religious factors. This is about the way you believe and maybe the way you behave. Take a moment to remember any old negative pattern that you know all too well, the one that has kept you stuck. Close your eyes and breathe in the presence and power of your higher self. You become stronger and you're filled with the will to step out of the mud. And you do. Now and every time you fall into this pattern again. So this is about lessons that unless you pass, unless you conquer this fear, you're going to keep repeating this over and over again. So whatever's making you run from this relationship, whatever is so stifling for you that you feel that, you know, being with him kills you, you need to find out what that is and talk about it. Okay? And if he's not your twin flame, you may need to talk to somebody and get, you know, a handle on what it is that draws you to him. That could be the lesson also. And if you can get a hold of it, then you can break free of this and then move into your karmic, into your twin flame. Again, karmics are there to teach us lessons. So that's why it's saying to allow this to allow this to unfold naturally. Because if you're trying to rush it or change it or affect it, you might not get the lesson. But maybe they figured they'd give you a hand, let you ask and get the information. Okay? All right, so let's see what else we have here. This is pretty interesting. The next card that we got here for you was the King of Keys. Okay, so King of Keys is, I did this the other day. Let me just go straight to the book because there's a lot of information and I don't want to waste time. King of Keys. Keys. Sorry. Roses, keys, scrolls. I am so sorry. King of Roses. He's the King of Keys. All right. Put all the keys together. Nope. I have to get used to this book. It's really laid out really strangely. And there's no number for me to do that. All right, here we go. King of Keys. All right. Sorry, baby. Upright. King of Keys rides a splendid horse towards a great castle in the distance. He is happy and at ease as he travels home. This is an entrepreneurial man with civil or commercial authority. He is confident, astute, and perhaps overly focused on his work or career. Though he can be very thoughtful and helpful to you in business or financial matters, he is often more goal-oriented than people-oriented. Keep this in mind if this man turns out to be a love interest for you or another. Whether the King of Keys represents you or another, be on the lookout for a major promotion or an increase in income, or furthering of career achievements. Careers in finance, real estate, and business are typical for the King of Keys, but management in any industry could be forthcoming. This could also be a good time for self-employment and business expansion for you or the man in your life. Okay, but this came out reversed for you in this position. Okay, King of Keys reversed. And it says, when this card is reversed, you may have some difficulties with a man at work. There could be a loss of a job or distancing a relationship for you or for a man that you know. The success you seek could be eluding you right now, or you may be making a great effort without seeing a payoff. At this time, focus on understanding how your life's purpose can complement your career directives. When you have clarity on that, you will know what actions to undertake. Whether you are a man or a woman, the King of Keys reverse may indicate a man of commerce who is stepping away from work or is not available to you. Okay, so this is talking about someone that's not available to you. So I don't know if you all work together or you just, ran into each other again. But this says, so you feel like you have been trying with him and it's not getting you anywhere, or maybe he feels that about you. Now, maybe this is also saying that maybe there's something about the work that you do, the career that you're in, that could help you figure out whether or not this is a karmic relationship for you or a twin flame relationship for you. Because it says when you have clarity on that, you will know what actions to take. So depending on what your career is, maybe you can find some way to, is there a way for this to be part of that? Do you all work together already? Stepping away from work. A man of commerce who is stepping away from work or who is not available to you. So the question, does he have another, is he in another relationship? Is he with somebody else? Is that the ex that you want him to get rid? Okay. That's the ex that, right. Okay, so we kind of said that already, right? Maybe there may be someone else involved that you want him to come away from and he won't, and you're jealous of that person. And that's why he's not available to you. Religious factors. Or maybe you are married or you're in a relationship with someone else. But I'm getting the feeling more that maybe it's him. Or maybe it is you. That he wants you to release your ex. And if you don't, you're not going to get back together. It could be that too. That could be what he's saying here. If you don't release your ex, then there's no chance of the two of you getting back together. There'll be no reconciliation. Could be that. He has romantic feelings. Flirt is upside down for him, so he's not entertaining anything else, maybe. And he wants you to give the relationship a chance. Again, maybe you're the one that's being resistant. You may be the one who has to clear up some of your own issues as well as he. Next card that came up is number 15, which is Muse, M-U-S-E. This talks about, a muse is like somebody who is your inspiration or who inspires you. And 1 and 15 is 1 and 5, and 1 and 5 is 6. 6 is about love. And 4 and 11. 11 being both your numbers together. And 4 being the difference between 20. When you take away 20, which is the numbers of the years you've been apart, and you minus the 11, all right, which is his number 3 and your number 8. The balance is 4, foundation, perseverance, and 4 plus 11, to take it back, equals 15, and 1 and 5 is 6, and 6 is love, right? So, 15. I went all the way around it to say, but I'm just saying 6 is love, 6 is love, 4. And it's nostalgic feeling, so it's talking about someone from your past coming back or thinking back fondly on the old days. All right? So that is what this is about also. Right? So someone from your past that you're looking back and you have fond memories of it, nostalgia. And you would be together, no, you, 8 for you, which is your number, and the 11, which is the difference between 20 and both your numbers. No, both your numbers are added together. And 8. would take you back to 2. And if I added 3, again to the 11 would take us to 5, which would be change. But that's kind of giving you credit twice for the same number. But it still talks about change, and 2 is a union, a couple, is love. So maybe in order for you all to be together, somebody needs to change. Well, that's kind of obvious, right? Someone does need to change, whether it be you or him. All right, so let's look for 15, the muse. Let's get back to that. Oh. All right, so the muse. The muse plays a song of upliftment and imagination. The petals of inspiration drift upon the wind, filling the air with light and creativity. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator. Okay, call the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to lift your project to the sky. Close your eyes and touch in with the force of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement, and imagination flows through you and around you. You can give birth to any possibility. Feel this power of creation now. And we talked about this being about manifestation for you. That if you want it, you can have it. You just have to work on it, and you have to really picture it in your mind's eye. Okay, let's do this simple thing. Sit down and write all the things that you want in a relationship. The kind of person that you want to be with, the kind of love you want to have. So this is kind of like a 2-part exercise, I think. Write that all down. Write that down. And take a look at it. And go through that list realistically. And see whether or not your friend fits the bill. Or is you just a little off here, a little, tweaking here and there, or is it totally like not even anywhere in the ballpark? Then, if that's consistent and if that makes sense, whatever his pros and cons are, you can deal with it and you can see the potential. Now, look at yourself and see, are you living up to those same standards that you want for yourself? Are you the love that you want? Are you the love that you seek? Would you want to be with you? What about you needs to be fixed and changed and tweaked? Because while all of this is going on, the whole point of it is for you or whoever else is involved in this twin flame journey, you're supposed to be fixing yourselves in order to get ready for union. And time's a wasting. The year's already starting. And if you're supposed to get on board, from what I understand, it's like 2 waves. Like there's one wave of folks that are going to start getting together very soon, and another wave of folks that are going to get together very soon, and there might even be a 3rd wave towards the end of the year. So if you want to get on board, if you want to get on board on the earlier trains, you better start doing your work. And you might as well do, even if it's not. It can't hurt. It might help. If there's things in your personality that would, not make you acceptable for anybody, whether it be a twin flame, a karmic or not, just any old dude, look at that. And I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying, First, look at him, see if he would, if he really is capable even of being the things that you want. And if you get to the place, no, then just, okay, thank you. We figured it out. But if he, like I said, a little tweaking, not major surgery, really, but, if he's good, if it's good, if he would fit your bill, then you need to look at yourself and see, would you fit your own bill? Are you being the love that you seek? Remember, let go of control issues. So be honest. Be honest with yourself. Don't fool yourself. If you know that you can't step up to the plate, or if you know he can't step up to the plate, don't waste your time or his. Because he could be somebody else's twin flame, and so could you. But in the meantime, you're getting ready. And then you're not going to be mad, or you don't have to be angry, because apparently he was a karmic relationship to bring you to the point where you can get yourself ready for your twin flame. See, you always got to look on the bright side. Even if it hurts. Just know that if that's what you're meant to be and who you're meant to be with, that's going to happen. And if it's not going to happen, but you're supposed to be part of this, twin flame reunion, then wow, what must be waiting on the other side? Must be a whole lot better than this. So don't feel down about it. Don't let it depress you. There's nothing you really can do except work on yourself so that you could be ready. Okay? You need to express your love so that he knows that the door is open. You have to at least let him know that it's possible, that it's still a possibility. And you don't have to, you could, I don't know how you would express it to him. I guess the same way you told him to beat it. I don't know how that went. But I think it's saying that if you express your love, there's a chance to at least explore this. You can give birth to any possibility. Manifestation, right? Manifestation. If he's your inspiration, you can manifest that. Or if he's inspiring you to look inside of yourself and fix and change the things you can. Like I said, then you can't be mad at him. You have to be happy for that experience and accept it. And the last card that came here for you was Archangel Michael. Now we know Archangel Michael is about opportunities and open doors and protection. This is 9. 9 is change, transformation, death, rebirth, also your ancestors are speaking with the number 9. But this card was in reverse for you. So I'm going to look it up and see what they're trying to tell us. 9, Archangel Michael is about protection too. Okay, so reversed. When Michael comes reversed, when Michael comes reversed in your reading, it's a sign that you need to reconnect with your real power source. Michael is a channel of divine force, and this card reverse indicates a growing feeling of loss and weakness, spiritually, mentally, and elsewhere. So this is talking about your depression. One or more areas of your life may be affected, and you may find yourself in situations where you just don't know what to do or how to take the initiative to do it. If so, it's time to consider all the ways you can start to take your power back. Let go of your old perceptions of limitation and replace them with new thoughts and words that remind you of your God strength. Take action on your own behalf. When you do the things you love, you tap the power to make yourself happy. Your soul longs for you to move from timid to truly empowered. Remember that Michael can share his courage with you and help make that happen. Archangel Michael can share his courage with you and help make it happen. Close your eyes and sense Archangel Michael's approach. Begin to feel the force of your own courage and strength grow within you. Begin to feel the force of your own courage and strength grow within you, making you ready to take action with confidence and peace. Feel the power that fills every part of you now. Archangel Michael is a channel of divine power. He's seen here sharing his energy with 2 small children, bringing them great support and strength. He is about to pick up the boy, and he can help lift your energy too. When you get this card, know that your energy reflects Michael's amazing strength. This can be a cycle of increasing power for you. One where you feel your courage growing and you know what action to take next. Trust your convictions, your power, your resourcefulness. Michael upright heralds a time of great courage and force and intuition and action. So don't delay. He's right there with you. So tap into the dynamo within you and take the action that compels you. With Michael and your own power, you can move mountains and lift yourself to new heights. And when it comes reverse, it's a sign that you reconnect to your real power source. Michael is a channel of divine force. And you, getting it in reverse, indicate a growing feeling of loss and weakness, spiritually, mentally, and elsewhere. I'm reading this twice because I want us to make sure we get this. One or more of your areas of your life may be affected, and you may find yourself in situations where you just don't know what to do or how to take the initiative to do it. If so, it's time to consider all the ways you can take your power back. Let go of your old perceptions of limitation and replace them with new thoughts and words that remind you of your God strength. Take actions on your own behalf. When you do the things you love, you tap the power to make yourself happy. Your soul longs for you to move from timid to truly empowered. Remember that Michael can share his courage with you and help make that happen. Close your eyes and sense Archangel Michael's approach. Begin to feel the force of your own courage and strength grow within you, making you ready to take action with confidence and peace. Feel the power that fills every part of you now. Archangel Michael's days are Mondays. Okay, in the Yoruba Ifa Pantheon, he is synchronized with Alegba. Alegba is synchronized with Archangel Michael. And he is a path opener, an opportunity opener. Okay, so Mondays, you can give a red candle to Archangel Michael or to Alegba. All right, and ask him to clear your paths, give you clarity and opportunity and love. That if this is supposed to be who you're with, then let's bring those paths together. Let the opportunity continue to present itself. And again, that fell between expressing your love and giving your relationship a chance. So maybe we need to focus on getting the courage and strength and guidance from Alegba, Michael the Archangel, asking for guidance. Okay? Ask for guidance and direction and courage to call in your soulmate, whomever they may be. Whomever they may be. So, what I want to do next for this is let's get the Angel Answers cards. Oh, wait. For some reason, it came to mind to pull out the Doreen Virtue Life Purpose Oracle cards. While I was reading one of these cards, I think it was the King of Keys or the Muse. Let's see if anything about the vacation that you should be involved in would give us some clarity on which way to go to get the answers to the question of whether this is your twin flame. So these cards are by Doreen Virtue. Okay, and this talks about your life purpose. It'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to trustworthy readings about your life purpose. The general meaning of each card provides specific details that can offer more clarity about your career and spiritual path. Okay, so let's see if there's anything that these cards would indicate that might be able to tie in, or maybe even indicate a way for you to approach your current career that would bring you closer to some type of clarity on the situation. Okay? So these are kind of new too. Oh, Happy New Year. Anyway. This reading is taking place in January 2018, right? January 12th. And you asked this question this week, and this was a 1/11 week, which, yeah, was January 11, 2018, which is 11/11. So that was appropriate. There's a lot of those dates, from what I understand, a couple of dates like that. Plus there are eclipses and all kinds of stuff that's going on in the cosmos. Okay. It said practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. Well, let's see what that's talking about. Practice. You need two hands to hold this book. I don't use these cards that much, so. Excuse me. The answer to your question about how to better your career involves focusing your time and attention on a skill that's related to your heart's true interests and passions. Perhaps it's a hobby that you dream of turning into an occupation. This is possible if you will devote the time and energy to polishing your skills in this area. Visualize yourself enjoying the benefits of being successful in this endeavor. Expect the best, and then do the necessary work to make this a reality. A little bit of time devoted each day to practicing will become a positive habit, yielding positive results. You'll soon notice your skills improving and your level of enjoyment increasing. Your body will intuitively learn how to automatically incorporate what you practice, and you'll find new inspiration as you move from an act of struggle to one of freedom and joy. I think there are issues that you need to work on yourself. And it has, again, maybe to do with this control issues. But it's something, I think, that you have to get into the habit of doing. Maybe that's connected to your religious views. Maybe you need to do some more praying more often. Maybe it's time for you to set up your ancestral altar if you haven't already. You can manifest things. You need to spend more time doing that. You need to spend more time working on your spiritual path and let the rest of these things fall into place. The more you work on your spirituality, getting in touch with, not only is this about love, but what is this also about? Why, see, it's a job to be a twin flame. It's not just, roses and cinnamon and honey and champagne and bubbles. This is a job. There's a purpose. You got things to do. Be a healer, a teacher, a muse. There's things that you need to be able to. There's a job that you came to do. There's a purpose that you and he together, if this is what it's supposed to be, can offer some service, some service to the world. So maybe if you look at what you both do currently, if you don't work at the same job, or like I said, even if you do, what skills do you all both bring that together would make you beneficial to the world? Not just to your pockets, but to the community. At least to the community, your community. Not just your family, your community. Because if you're a twin flame, that you have an assignment besides finding each other and coming into union, this is for the greater good. This is a divine mission. So it's not going to be, sunshine and lollipops once you get together with your twin flame. There's still work to do, but this is when you do the work together for the benefit of the community, of mankind. It's a big responsibility. It's not just about being with the person you love. It's about being who the divine expects you to be. Okay? The contract that you signed. The contract that you and the other person agreed to. Fulfilling that contract. For not just your betterment and not just for the betterment of humanity, but of your ancestors. A lot is depending on twin flames. There's a lot riding on this. So are you prepared to be that light, that flame? Flame is not just about the passion of the sex and the love and all. It's about the light that you are supposed to be bringing to the world, the enlightenment that you're bringing to the world together. A mission from the divine. It's a lot. It's a lot to ask and a lot to aspire to. That's why you got to do the work on yourself. And when you do the work on yourself and you're ready, then your twin flame will find itself. And you'll know. You'll know. Not that they won't drive you crazy and make you all, But there are karmic relationships, and this could be one. And then there are twin flames. But the divine knows. And you can know if you spend time in prayer, meditation, research, and doing your own work on you to get yourself ready for your assignment. All right, so the last card that I was going to check was the Angel Answers. And these are also by Doreen Virtue, and this time she's accompanied by Radley Valentine. Okay, so, ooh, I'll get my nail done tomorrow, I swear. I was supposed to do it today, but I wanted to get this done for you at another client. And it was so interesting. Maybe this will help you in your decision-making process. They are also the same signs. Okay, Libra and Aries. The guy was an Aries, and she was a Libra. Yep. So, and both of you made the same inquiry on the same. It was a different kind of inquiry because she's in a, you know, it's another relationship, another situation altogether. But both of you sent me that on the same day. So maybe that, if that helps you, then hopefully it helps. Okay. That someone else in your same situation, different dates, different dates, but same. A Libra and a Aries, Libra woman and an Aries man. Yep. So that would that's a synchronicity for you as far as, you know, when you contacted the reader. At the same time, someone with the same signs was contacting me too for a question about love. So, says, the Angel Oracle card says, take action. Okay, let's see what that said. Take action. The time has come for you to take action. Your angels are waiting for you to take the next step so they can assist you along the path to your dreams. Do away with procrastination and uncertainty. In your heart, you know what to do. Get going. Whether you're focused upon career, relationships, or some other topic, the fulfillment of your wishes isn't going to just fall into your lap. You must be actively focused on the pursuit of what you want. I think that pretty much is kind of what we were saying before. You gotta take action yourself. You gotta get things together yourself. It says ask your angels. You have to start being more in prayer. You have to start focusing on your spiritual side. That's where your change is going to come. That's where your help is going to come. That's where your answers are going to come from. When you ask your angels. They're going to help you do your work. But you have to develop a relationship with them, and you have to focus on the spiritual part of this journey and not just the prize at the end. That's what I'm being told to say. I hope that wasn't harsh. And if it is, I don't mean it to be at all, but I'm just telling you what they're saying for me to say, and that's what they're saying. Take action and ask your angels. Your angels are your ancestors. Your angels are the archangels. But you need to set up a spiritual altar, like a ancestral altar in your home, if you haven't already, or create some kind of sacred space in your home. And if you can't do it in the home, somewhere out in nature, a place where you can go and commune with the divine and ask these questions yourself. And ask yourself, are you ready for the answer? Because if they say yes, and if you find out that that's the path that you're going to go, you got to be ready to step out in it. Because it's already January. And this is the year. I want so much that this somehow the answer came to you in some of this. Only you really will know that. You know, I can try one more angel answers card and see where they lead us. But I think that if he is not your twin flame, then he's certainly a karmic, and you have got to ride that journey. You have to take the journey, however it is, in order to see. I think that's what it's saying. However way it is, you know, you have to look at it and see. He may already be with his twin flame, but that's something that you can ask your ancestors, and they will certainly tell you and let you know. And I know it's hard, and it's a long, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's very depressing. But I don't want you to be depressed, because even if he is, and he's with somebody else, that just means that he is, and right now he's with somebody else. But at least you know that it's supposed to come sometime soon this year. Imagine all these other people that have been going through this for years and years. You know, there were things that both of you needed to learn in that time that you were apart. And I think it probably more than likely is that he is your twin flame. But I don't want to lead you the wrong way. What I want you to do is get yourself ready either way. Because, like I said, this is not for the faint of heart. And it's not just about being with the person you love more than anything. It's about being ready to do your work for the rest of humanity. Ask for help from others. Yeah, I think that's what they want you to do, dog. Contact your ancestors. If you don't know how to set up an ancestral altar, there are videos on this channel, on my channel, and on several channels on YouTube. Just type in ancestral altar. All right. If you have any other questions about that, you can contact me. But matter of fact, I'll send you the video as an attachment in case you haven't seen it. But there are a lot of videos out here about making your ancestral altar. So let's do that. Let's take that action first, okay? All right, let's get ourselves ready. All right, and like I said, I think you can break the ice by maybe this conversation, or send this video to him if you have his address, his email address, and then maybe this will start a conversation if you don't know how to you know, reapproach it because of however way you broke it off. So, you know, feel free. That might be a good idea. That might be the way to go about restarting the conversation. Send it to him and ask him, what does he think? Let's see what he says. Okay? So, please, let's keep in touch. Get back to me and let me know if any of this resonated with you, if any of this made any sense with you. Okay? But I want you to not be depressed. I want you to, you need to relax. You need to lift up your spirits. So if you can, I want you to get a white candle, and I want you to make a bath for yourself, and make a bath with lavender oil if you can, if you have access to lavender oil, even lavender flowers. That'd be really nice. Chamomile. Lavender and chamomile. Okay, if you can't find those ingredients to make a spiritual bath, you can go to the store and buy soaps that have lavender and chamomile in it, or bubble baths that have lavender and chamomile in it. And I think that that would be a good place for you to start, actually. Yeah, let's start off easy, right? Make yourself a bath with lavender and chamomile and a little honey. So even if you buy the pre-mixed bubble bath or bath salts, add a little honey to it. 5 drops of honey. 5 drops of honey. Make sure you taste the honey before you put it into the bath. Just put your finger in and taste it. That's it. You don't have to taste it in the water. Taste it as you're dropping it in. Get some chamomile and some lavender, some honey, jasmine, cinnamon. Add those ingredients to a basin of water and create a bath for yourself. Or if you take showers, you can put all of that into a spray bottle. I want you to get a candle, and it could be a little candle, you know, like this. It could be a tea candle, and just set that candle in front of that bath, that basin with that water, before you put it in the spray bottle. And I want you to say prayers to Archangel Michael, and I want you to ask your ancestors to give you tranquility and calm and peace and love. Okay, and you can do that, at least 5 of those baths. I would take 5 baths like that. So make enough that you could split it into 5 baths, or at least 5 applications in the shower. And what you would do is you take your shower, and then you could use a spray bottle to spray it all over your hair, your back, whatever, and then just stand there and let it kind of run off. So don't rinse it off. So after the shower's done, then you spray all of this on you. Spray that on you, and then afterwards, you know, do it at night so that you go to bed, so that you relax. Because the chamomile and the lavender is probably going to, you know, make you chill out. Because that's what I want you to do. I want you to relax, and I don't want you to be depressed, right? Put on your favorite music. You know, it doesn't have to be all of that love stuff that's going to make you start crying in the tub. No, don't do that. Just, you know, things that are kind of inspirational, spiritual maybe. Things like that. Motivational. So you could either take 5 showers or 5 separate baths. If you get into the tub, when you let the water out, don't step out of the water. Let the water run out while you're still in the tub, or at least standing up in the tub, and then get up. And try to have a white towel nearby, and don't towel off, really. Step onto the white towel onto the floor, unless you have white bath mats, then that's nice. But step onto the white towel and dry, you know, let yourself dry, kind of air dry. And if you can't stand that, if there's too much, just pat dry. Don't rub dry. You know, if you got to pat your head dry, and, you know, around your shoulders and, you know, private parts, whatever. But don't do like, you know, like that. Don't do that. Pat, pat, pat. And then lay in bed. White sheets would be nice. And make yourself comfortable. You know, burn it. The candle that you burn could be fragranced. You know, it could be a fragrance candle, but it should be white. And if not, it could be pink or red for Archangel Michael. But I think white right now. And I would do that 5 separate baths, so it could be 5 days in a row, 5 weeks in a row, every other day until you finish 5, however way you want to do it. Just make it 5. But take that special time for yourself so that you're not feeling depressed about the situation. But I want you to ask your ancestors, ask your divine, the source, whatever you call it, doesn't matter. But your ancestors are your relatives who have passed over, and those are first and foremost who are here to help you. They want to help you. They need to help you because your work is for their ascension. Okay, so if this is what they want you to do, they will tell you. That's the source, actually. Yeah, if you think about it, they are the source. The cards that were over here before that I didn't look at, that you might be curious about now. Two of Scrolls. This talks about two worlds. Eight of Roses. This is about the community. And Queen of Forces. I'm going to look that up for you, because maybe that's the answer. Oh, Queen of Forces. Okay. Queen of Forces. This is, okay, here we go. I saw it. Alrighty. This card shows a woman balancing the energies of sun in one hand and moon in the other, the river flowing beneath her feet. The Queen of Forces represents a woman who can bring a greater balance to your life. A woman who can help bring a greater balance to your life. She brings an unusual combination of power and peace, creativity and receptivity in both her energy and her support. Sometimes this card can represent a person in your life coming into a phase of great power and the ability to sustain it with wonderful results. There is a gift of grace and serene understanding when this card is upright. Wow. It also talks about new roles and opportunities. Careers of the sciences, of global communication, nature, and energy may now be available to you. Queen of Forces could also indicate the appearance of a possible love interest or associate in business or in a creative project who has powerful influence and connections for you or another. This may be someone you know or somebody new, but when this card appears, there is tender yet powerful support. During this time, choose to support yourself as well. You hold the forces of the sun, which is creativity, and moon, which is receptivity, and only you yourself can direct the energy of your eternal life. Okay, so there's work here. If you are the Queen of Forces, it's time to reclaim your power and sense the true energy and light that is part of your eternal self. Get clear and get objective. Don't let the situation around you take you off center. You have the power to bring balance back into your life and into your mind. So take charge now. The Akashic force behind this card. Feel the Queen of Forces approach. She offers all sorts of support and energy. Who is she in your life? Take a deep breath and tap the inner part of you that rules the forces of the world. Yeah, you need to go talk to your ancestors or your elders. So your ancestors and your elders, I think, is who you need to approach about this situation. So you can get some inspiration, so you can get a muse, somebody that can help you find your way, or at least support you as you travel on this journey because I think just the fact that you asked means that there is something that you need to learn and something that you have to do. All right, so I hope that this helped somehow. And I think that you don't need to give up on this yet, because there is something that you stand to gain from this experience, to say the least. Okay? So keep in touch with me. I hope that this helped you, and I don't want you to be depressed. Okay? All right? Try to, stay up. Keep your mind, keep your eyes on the prize. The prize is not the other part of the flame. That's, if it's for you, it's for you. The prize is being ready for the work that being part of a twin flame relationship will entail. Okay? So, thank you very much for your interest, and thank you for helping me learn a little bit more about the Akashic Tarot. And keep in touch, and I'll be speaking to you soon, and I'll be praying for you in this situation, all right? And we'll be talking soon, I'm sure. And as always, Alafia, Ashe. I can't find my mouse. All right, darling. I'll talk to you soon, and thank you. Bye.